Good morning, how are you? It's Jan from Twink Stamping. Sorry I've been absent for a little while. Lost my mojo a bit along the way, and also we've had COVID in the house, and it hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. I was lucky this was the first time that I've got COVID, and I hope it's going to be the last as well, because it really knocked me out. I really didn't expect it to, but it did. Anyway, I thought I'd come along today to share with you a little project that I made. Well, it's not, it's a project, it's a card. It's a card, but it's an unusual card. You can see that there, and then you open it up and you write your message in there, but the person can leave it on the side and they still have all the beautiful arrangements on the outside. I just thought that was a really nice idea. It's not my idea. It was from a lady called, Sarah. I'm going to have to come back. I'll pop it down in the description below this video, the lady who did it. In fact, I've actually tweaked it a little bit from the way she made it. It took me ages and ages to work out how she was actually putting it together, and then I thought, hang on a minute, and I looked at the blank, and I found a much easier way for me to understand, and I'm sure it's going to be easy for you to understand as well. I've also, this one I'd done in 2 strips, because originally on the lady's video she had an extra piece that came out that tucked under. I didn't feel I needed that, so the newer card doesn't have a piece that tucks under, and also this piece is decorated as 1 and not 2, so again much quicker. I've made 2 of these, and this one is made in the new colour that Stampin' Up has just brought out. It's called Azure Afternoon, and I think it's a rather nice blue. When I first saw it, I wasn't, you know, that enamoured with it, but when I started working with it, I thought, oh, I quite like that. That's the gold, I can't for the life of me think what it's called. Let me have a look. I'm not very good at remembering names. Distress Gold speciality paper from Stampin' Up to make the balloons. This is a new colour, boho blue, that's just come out, and these are retired gems, I'm afraid, but I just thought it was quite nice to add to the card. I thought it would be a very nice masculine card, but you can see there I have decorated it just as 1 and not the 2, so much easier. And again, this one just connects straight to the card. So I just thought I'd show you this one as an alternative. Obviously you can put what you like on it. What I want to do is maybe do a sea scene, maybe do that for a class. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but I quite like that one. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to make this one today, because I've got everything prepped and done and stamped out, because I was going to make one for somebody special. So I was going to make an extra one, and I thought, why not do a video at the same time? So there you go. You can see I've actually coloured my flowers. What I always do with this beautiful flower, these are from the Framed Florets stamp set, and so are these. And what I normally do is I stamp out 2 or 1 each of the flowers, because it comes in 2 sizes. Let me show you. Stand there holding it. I stamp these 2 and I layer on top of each other, and then I actually layer them on top of that, which gives it a big spray, makes it look like there's a big bunch of flowers there. So I thought that looked quite nice too. Okay, so I'll get on with it. Sorry, I'm still a little bit block tunnel. I'm still a little bit hoarse. Well, I don't know if it sounds hoarse to you, but it's my voice is certainly different to me. Okay, so you're going to start out with a piece of cardstock. Piece of white cardstock that measures 5 3/4 by 10. 5 3/4 by 10. You're going to pop it into your cutter to score with the long side at the top, and you're going to score at 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then 6 and 8, and that's it. That is your card. And then you are going to start. Let me get this right now. No, that one comes up, Jan. So the bottom one goes down like that, and then the next one's up, down. You will see exactly how it goes. Now if you look, that is your first stand up there. So easy. So now I want this bit to be flat, and I want these two larger pieces. I don't know if you can see this, guys. There you go. These two larger pieces are going to be pinched together. And that's your second. So that is basically it. Fabulous fun fold. So I'm just going to sharpen up all my lines now. So I hope I wasn't going too fast then. So your first fold is a valley. Your second fold is a mountain. Your third fold is a valley. Your fourth fold is also a valley. Then your fifth, I think it is, fifth fold is a mountain, and your final fold is a valley. Okay, and that's it. So just sharpen up all these folds. With your bone folder. Such a simple card, but I thought very effective. It's upside down. So all you're going to do, I'm actually going to decorate it before I put it together, okay, because I found it's much easier. So I have cut out all my pieces that I need, so that it would make the video much quicker. I haven't stuck them down though, so you will have the painful, because I don't edit videos, more out of laziness than anything. I haven't got time, so I'm just going to crack on, talk to you. I'm not sure if you're aware that Stampin' Up! Now has their new annual catalogue, which is available. Oh, I've got it stuck to my clothes then, which is now available. If you don't have a demonstrator in the UK and you would like a copy, just drop me an email and I will see what I can do for you. I am using some papers that I believe are now retired, unfortunately. But you might still have them in your stash, so you can use any papers. This is Regency Park, it was called. Really nice flowery papers. Again, it was one of those set of papers that I thought, do I really? But I saw some things being made with them, and then of course straight away you think, right, I've got to have that. So I'm actually being quite restrained this year with the new catalogue. I've ordered just one set of stamp and die this year. That's literally all I've ordered, apart from the new in colours, of course, and the new colours. Yes, I'm only going to order what I need at the moment. Financial constrictions and or restrictions, should I say. And also I want to see more projects done with them, because at the end of the day, you know, we can't all afford everything, you're very lucky if you can, because I probably would if I could, but I can't. So I'm trying to be fussy with what I buy, to see what I can get the most use out of, which I think is quite a sensible thing. I'm just gonna, looks like I might need a new blade in my trimmer, because I seem to have some furry bits going on. So there we go. Okay, right, let's get all this lot stuck down. I like to leave a nice small border around it. I think it's 1/8 of an inch. Oh, this one looks like I've cut it too long. Oh, got to rescue that one. Let's see if I can, looks like they're all too long. Hang on, hang on. So, oh, I haven't even given you the measurements for these, have I? I've actually cut these too long. So, we're going to have to get the cutter out. Okay. Cut out, where are you? There you are. So, these need to be. This is how I work, I'm afraid. Everything goes on top of each other. Right, these are 3/4 of an inch. No, I'm not going to tell you what they are, because you need to do. I need to give you the full measurements that you need for all of them. So, you know, if you know what I mean, I need to tell you what all the measurements are. If I tell you just one at this time, it would be confusing. I realise what I've done. I've just looked at my... I know this is naughty, very, very naughty, and it's going to make it think it's a bit sticky, but I'm not wasting that bit of paper. Good job. I didn't press that glue down. That's all I can say. Right. Hopefully this one will fit now. If it doesn't, I'm going to give up. No, not really. So, if I start giving you the measurements while I'm putting these together, your so I'll say the blue card mats. For the larger ones, the measurements are 1 7/8 by 5 5/8. Okay, so for these ones, 1 7/8 by 5 5/8. And the smaller ones, which is what I'm doing now, the smaller ones measure, where are we? The small ones measure 7/8 by 5 5/8. Okay, 7/8 by 5 5/8. Right, now the papers are, these ones are 1 3/4 by 5 1/2. 1 3/4 by 5 1/2. And the smaller ones are 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/2 inch. You need 4 of these. So you need 4 of these and 3 of these. Okay. Right, last one. Just put this one on. And we're done. Okie dokes. I thought I'd actually done this bit. I do apologise for keeping you all hanging around. Right, so now that's done. Sticky glue, sticky glue. Right, now we're going to attach it all to our project. So like this. Don't you just hate the furry bits? So it's time I put a new blade in. So we'll just line this up, try and get a nice even border all around. Stick that down. Okay. Next one. I mean, you don't have to, I suppose, do the back side of these, but I thought it would look nice. In fact, I'm going to put this one at the back, and I'll tell you for why. Hang on, let's get it right. I'll tell you for why, because it's not got a lot of pink on it, so we can't see it. Because I can see this one, I want more pink at the front. I know. That's going to go, oops, is it? Not sure if there's an upside down or not. In fact, I want it that way. So this one is going to sit just there. Still see all those furry bits. That drives me mad. Okay. And the last piece here is going to sit on this piece. I'm going to be typically British now and say, isn't the weather blimmin' awful? I mean, I know we had one day yesterday of nice weather, and now we're back to, I don't know what it's like where you are, but I mean, in Hastings it's not raining, but it's dull as anything. It's horrible. I hate it. It gives me absolutely no motivation to go out and do the garden or anything. I'm afraid I'm a fair weather gardener, so I only go out in the garden when it's nice weather. Yeah, it's about time we started having a bit of warmth out there. Did any of you watch the coronation? Husband and I sat and watched it, all of it. I quite enjoyed it. Got quite emotional in some parts. History in the making, isn't it? Whether people like the royal family or not, they bring a lot to the country. You know, there are a lot of tourism. What is our main tourist attraction, I would say. That's not a fact, that's just my opinion. Right, so there you are. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to attach some double-sided tape to the back. I use double-sided tape because I always feel it holds better, and I managed to get 2 strips on the back of this one. My little trick, holding a block and ripping, you get a nice clean edge, and you're not faffing about with scissors. Can't be doing with faffing about with scissors. There we go. So that's the front 2 that are going to attach. Now we're going to attach the 2 large ones. Obviously we're only needing to put one tape on one side. I know that sounds daft, but it may get confusing to some people. And then last bit, I'll put 3 strips on that. Okie dokes. So make sure it's down. Get your pokey tool. You haven't got to worry about putting glue on this one. You know, normally I would put glue on the back of my double-sided tape, but in this instance I wouldn't, because I know that it's just going to go flat. So I just shut that, and I know that it's going to be straight because it's got nowhere else to go. Okay, so that's that one. Remove the tape from this one. I just thought this was a great fun fold, that you can put literally anything on it. As I say, it will stand nicely on someone's windowsill. And it'll be something very different to everything else that's in the other cards. Right, so just shut that one. Everything a bit of a press. And there you go. So that is your top fold. So now that's got to be attached, obviously, to a basic card, which will measure, hang on, let me get this out. Okay, so this will measure 14.8 by 21 and scored at 10.5. That's centimetres. I know I've been doing everything else in inches, but for a card base I stick to centimetres. So it's 14.8 by 21, scored at 10.5. 10.5. Sorry, I didn't realise I was that close to the screen then. Now, when you put it down, please remember where you're putting it. You know, because obviously you want it to open correctly. All right, I did make that mistake myself. Stuck it on wrong. So again, I'm gonna pop some double-sided tape on here. Because it is gonna stick then, isn't it? Oh, pulled that too hard. Do you know I did that last time? Exactly the same bit. I'm gonna go there. Get stuck to my fingers. One on each piece. There. In fact, I might put another piece just near that fold. I'm sorry if this is agony watching me do this. There we go. That's it. Give it all a good press so that you know it's all down, and then proceed to take it all off. Now in this instance I would put some glue on the back of this. Some people only tear off pieces of their double-sided tape and put it up against their work before they remove it all. I can't do that. Well, I could if I tried, but there we go. That's all gone. So I'm going to pop some glue. We'll make sure this well and truly sticks on to our project. Right. Now, remember what I said. So I found that lining this top piece up was the easiest. Make sure you've got it going the right way. It will have a small border all the way around. So that's not quite right. I don't think anyone's going to notice that. I'm not going to pull it off. It's not quite right, and I know it's not quite right, but you don't. There we go. So that is your base card. Now you just then go ahead and decorate it all. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've already done 2 flowers. I was going to sit and actually do some more. I have got the sentiment out for a special person on a special day, which is here. Oops. I hate it when the stamps go all off coloured after you've used them. I'm going to stick this on. It's not going to matter too much because it's on a circle. So I've cut myself a stitched circle. I'm going to just test this on a bit of paper, just so that I know it's going to be the right colour. And I'm glad I did because it didn't ink up. Right, let me try that again. Not sure that I like that colour actually on that. I think this is Balmy Blue. I think I'm going to go with, I wonder if that colour would look all right. Not really. I might go with navy. I like a dark colour. Ooh, yes, navy will do. Navy will do. You only have to do a very light tapping on these stamps. Now I need it to be slightly to the right and in the centre because I've got my flowers that are going to be coming round so you can't see that that's navy. It's very navy, but hey ho, it'll do for today. So I'm going to get out some colours. I want petal pink, light petal pink and dark petal pink. Okay, and I also need some green. I'm not going to do lots of different colouring and stuff. I'm literally going to do the basics. All right, I don't think I want this one. This one's too dark. Way too dark. Way too dark. This is Granny Apple Green, but I like the light one, not the dark one. It looks like I need a new one already. I suppose that's one of the things about when you have classes. Your things run out pretty quickly. I'm not complaining. It's just an observation. Just roughly do these. So I thought I'd leave just something to do rather than me have done everything before time, because that is literally all I'm going to colour in with the big flower. What I did do is I put some Wink of Stella on those. Everybody loves a Wink of Stella. There's nothing left in that one. Why do I keep them? I don't know. I just liked the white. Not sure why. Oops. I hope you can still see what I'm doing. Okay. Now with these, I'm just going to colour. Well, I'm not colouring. I'm just going to do the centres. Just around the edge. I should have done this ahead of time, I think. I really should, because I think you're going to get bored. I do love working with these pens because they are so quick. I like things that are quick. I like to get things done quickly. You know, I want to see my results quickly. I'm quite an impatient crafter. I say the old mojo's been missing for a long time now, and I really don't know why. So I know partly because I've not been well, but it was prior to that. It was a no wonder really, because I was quite wasn't feeling quite right before I got COVID. I suppose I left myself open to it. That's it. That is literally all I'm doing with those. Now, yes, I do have a die for this, but I think it will be quicker for me to cut them out rather than die cut them, purely because I've got to go and find the dies because I've forgotten where the dies are, and then go and do the machine. Do you know, some days I really don't want to, you know, all I want to do is just sit and craft. I don't want to be getting up and I know my my die machine's only at the other end of the table, but getting up, down, up, down, up, down. And I do annoy myself because I put things away as well, you know, as I'm crafting normally. Obviously not today. I've just had a sudden thought. I hope this is recording, because I'm not doing it again. So it's quite difficult to be, I think that was one of the pressures that I had, was the fact that I wasn't producing videos. I know I used to do them regularly on a Wednesday, or for a Wednesday. But the thing was, I was having to come up, I'm having to come up with different cards for classes, and because I have different types of people at different classes and things, I have to tailor the class for tailor the cards to fit the class. You know, sometimes trying to come up with loads of different ideas. And also I do kits, and obviously, as you know, we're not allowed to send stamped images, so that becomes quite difficult, to be honest, when you're constantly trying to come up with something using just papers and die cuts and things like that. That can become a bit of a pain. So I think it all got a bit overwhelming, and I thought the thing that can go at the moment is the videoing, because I then have to come up with something else to video, because you know, I'm not sure how people feel about the fact that they paid to come to my classes. I'm not gonna do cards and stuff that they're paying to see, you know, paying to do, and then I'm showing everybody else for free. So I have to, this particular card, I have checked with the class that have done with this, and they were quite happy for me to do a video on it, which is why I'm sharing it with you today. As I say, you know, you can't just switch it on and off. Some people are very lucky and they're creative, you know, really constant. It just comes very naturally to them. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. I just have, you know, times when I'm creative and other times when I'm not. And I suppose it also depends on what's going on in your life and around, you know, as to how easy things come. And I know not everybody's coping very well in today's climate, including myself. So, yeah, things get on top of you. And crafting is not normally the first thing on your mind. In saying that though, sometimes crafting is your saviour, I think. Like this week, I've wanted to come out here, whereas for a long while now, I've not even wanted to come out into my studio. And that is really unusual for me, because I'm out here most days to escape the world. But all I wanted to do was just sit in front of my TV and not do a thing. Yeah. Thinking about social media, there's not an awful lot really going on social media in the crafting. Well, certainly not the groups that I belong to. So I think maybe I need to start branching out, you know, looking at different groups to find some inspiration. And so I think COVID's got a lot to answer for. You know, losing contact with people. It can be quite a lonely little world. But I do love to sit and watch YouTube videos. Hopefully the mojo will return. As I say, I saw this one the other day, or the other week, and I thought, oh yes, because I do like a bit of a challenge. I don't, you know, the basic white cards, they're not all that, are they? You know, it's a bit boring sometimes. Anyway, I'm just going to stop moaning. What I'm doing now is I'm pinching the flowers, or the petals, should I say. I don't know if you noticed, but when I cut my flowers out, I always cut up to the centre of, you know, up the petals, side of the petals up to the centre, because I like to give my flowers dimension. I don't like putting flowers flat onto something. It does nothing for me. Quite often, if you use a tool like your pokey tool or whatever, just pop it in the centre and then just pinch the petals. Just pinch them like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect. Oops. Push them together. And push this one together. Oops. There we go. I've got a loose bit there. I'll snip that off. Right, the video is probably longer than I wanted it to be. Right, that's that one. I say, if you don't want to use a tool, just pinch the leaves together. This actually makes my fingers feel stiff, you know, because it's so small. So I've done 3 sets of 2. So 1 large, 1 small, because you'll see on my sample card, I've done 3. Let's put that down there. I've done 3 sets there. You don't have to do that. You could do just 1 if you didn't want to do the same as me. I like to give it a little bit. I think that's really pretty. And what I also did was cut out some leaves, which I'll show you in a minute. Sorry, this does take a little bit of time and a little bit of patience. Oh, the little ones are a little bit more difficult to do, but still worth doing. You can't now put a flat flower on there. I always tell all my ladies to give their flowers some dimension. Brings it alive. If you don't want to use a pokey tool, you could use a pair of tweezers where you just get hold of it, which is probably easier when it's the small ones. Just hold it down the centre of the leaf or petal and just push the two sides together. That was much quicker, wasn't it? Much less faff. I'm still wondering whether I'm going to get to Canada this year. Say we were supposed to go during COVID. We booked all our tickets and we were all raring to go. And then obviously the flights and everything got cancelled. Go and visit my brother. We've only got until December this year to use our tickets, so we've got to go at some stage. Right, I'm just popping a bit of Tombow into the middle of each of my larger flowers. And I'm just going to pop these in the middle now. I've got to try and work out. I hope my head's not in the way. Work out which one. I'm just going to have to go with it in a minute because it's bothering me now. I'm going to go with that. Just hold it for a second so it catches. I think these ones will be a bit easier. I just think it gives them just that added bit of dimension by screwing the leaves up. I'm doing it again, trying to find the right way. I don't think there is a right way. Okie dokes. So that's that. That's that. I think we're done. Right, now I did mention that I chopped off a few leaves. What I found was when I put these onto the backs of my flowers, what I should have done is done them in green, in blue, shouldn't I? I should have used blue, not green. Oh, damn it. I wonder if I can go over that. What do you reckon? Balmy blue. Now, this is either going to work or it's not. I could look to see if I've got any more flowers. I have, but it would mean me cutting them out, and that would be a pain. Let me check. Let's see. As I say, there's only two choices. No, I don't like it. I really don't like it. It's not going to be the right colour at all. Nope, they are not going to be the right colour, are they? Which is a real pain in the bottom, because it means I need to cut 3 of these out again. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Because like I say, I really do not like having to do the, what do you call it? I really don't like having to do it all again. Right, I've got 4. So what I am going to do these, and I shall just cut them. You'll just have to bear with me while I cut them. I'm not going to use my scissors. I will use my dies for these, so I'll have to find them. I know there's no such thing as blue leaves, but there's blue leaves on that paper. I didn't even think about that. That just shows you. Never mind. Good job, I've already done some stamping and already stamped some out. isn't it? So that's the same blue. In fact, you could probably do with a lighter one. See, you see warts and all with me, I'm afraid. I make a boob, you see it. And it stays in because I do not like editing. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I don't like editing. It takes too long. And to be honest, once I've done the video, it's like, I'm done. That's it. No more. So that's how I feel. It is better to have done it again though, isn't it? Don't you think? Look, even my balmy blue's giving up with the ghosts now. Like I say, that is the downside, I suppose, of doing classes, that your things do run out. But that is it. There we go. So all is not lost. All is not lost. Because these will sit on there. Because I want to have the yellow, or the pink, the petal pink. I want to be able to see that matching up with that. So I'm just going to cut these with my what do you call it? My die cutting machine. First of all, I have to find the dies, which I am hoping are right here somewhere. I had them 2 seconds ago. Yes, I've got them, so we're okay. Right, I'm gonna have to, you should see my table. Honestly, I thought this morning it's right today because I've got everything all laid out on the top, so I won't make much mess. Won't need much because I've got it all ready. How wrong was I? Right, I'm just going to line these up and cut these. I'm sorry, it's very boring for you just to look at my messy desk. I will probably land up trimming these anyway. Right, we're off. Sorry if it wiggles you. That's another reason why I don't like doing it. That's one. 2 to go. 2 to go. Won't be a minute. You can never find where it goes when you're in a hurry. I'm going to slow down because I'm going to make a mistake and I do not want to have to do it again. I'm just so pleased that I managed, or I thought about actually stamping some of these flowers beforehand. Good job I did. That's 2 done. One more. One more, and then I'll be done. Birds are singing a lovely song out there. I don't know what bird it is. It's singing a very nice song. That's one thing I love about the spring. Birds. There we go. All done. I am sorry that I kept you all waiting. I was hoping this was going to be a really nice quick video for you. There you go, look, all done. I'm not going to shape these because I can't. Not in the same way that I would shape these ones. Right, what I was going to say when I realised that I'd actually messed up is that when you pop these on there, this paper's a really bit too busy for these. I may have to just add some colour into there, because that is really quite busy, that paper, whereas the paper that I've used previously isn't. So bear that in mind if you're using papers like mine, you know, that are quite busy, because otherwise you'll lose the flowers. I may even have to try and think of something else. I'm not being fussy, am I? I'm just dubbing it where I can. I'm not a colourist. I've never been able to do this properly. I'd like to learn, but it's just another one of those things to add to the list. Right, that may be a bit better. That's a little bit better. Look, you still can't really see them. They're really not that defined, are they? Like I say, maybe, you know, you could put them, that's a possibility, I suppose. You could pop them on a, we could try that. Pop them on a die, a shape. So this one would probably sit like this, like that. Okay, that's where that one's going. Just gonna pop some glue on the back of there, and it fits quite nicely just around that. And then these, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on the back, and I've sort of stuck one there. As I say, this is just my decoration. You do not have to have the same as me. You do not have to do the same as me. I just thought I would show you the process of this one. Just pop them, push it down. Looked fabulous, fabulous. Just see if I can find some sparkles just to pop on there while I'm going. I do love these rhinestones. Whoops. That one there. Good pair of tweezers. That's what you need. Come on. Out you come. There you go. So this would sit on here like that. You've got to bear in mind whatever you put on here mustn't come over the top here. Otherwise, can you see? Sorry, I've got yourself out. Need to stand up now. Yes, when you're putting this on, you've got to make sure that whatever you put on the bottom layer doesn't go over the top there, because it'll go out of your envelope. All right, so that would just sit there. Now you could just leave it at that. In fact, I might just leave it at that, because that card is so very busy. So I needn't have done these, need I? But there you go. Yeah, I think this card is too busy for any more on here. Need to push that up so you can see the S. There we go. So I'm going to attach that, and I'm going to attach it with glue. I'm not putting it on dimensionals at all. And I'm going to put it as far as I can central, perhaps not right to the bottom, because obviously you do not want it to go on your fold. So that's like that. Oh, I like that. I do like that. That is very pretty. Look how pretty that looks. But that's just me. I just like it. Yes, I'm feeling that back piece is just way too... I mean, I can look to see if I could put maybe a circle there, or a square, or a shape, should we say, there. Have a look, see what I've got already cut. Sorry if that's really noisy. I've got a small circle, whether that would work with that, just to break it up, but I don't think it will. You've got to have something. No, I think in hindsight I perhaps would not use such busy paper if I wanted to decorate the back as well. You know, if I wanted to decorate this piece as well, like I did with these, I would use quite plain paper there. As with my blue, you know, it's all I've done is actually used an embossing folder there. It looks like it's got glue on it. Yeah, it has, but I can get that off. Yeah, I've used an embossing folder to give that some sort of dimension instead of paper, so it was easy to decorate. But this paper is so very busy, I really don't think it needs anything else on there. I perhaps put some gems in there, but I think, to be honest, looking at it now, I don't think I need to put anything else on there. I might put a few gems inside the circles, inside the centres of the flowers, but I think that's quite pretty without it, don't you? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just pop some gems here and there and finish that at that, because I don't think it needs any more. But look at that beautiful flower spray. Looks gorgeous. Even though I say so myself. I'm sorry. So that's it, ladies and gents. If there are any gents watching, that is the fun fold card for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of practice at the minute. As I say, it's been a little while now since I've been on here. And I know that I should come on a lot more, but we all have time restrictions, don't we? We all have things that we need to do. And of course, you've got to have some designs in mind to actually produce the videos. So saying I'm not one of these craft that just throws it together and hopes for the best. I have to be happy with what I'm doing. You know, I can't design cards that I don't like. I can only do things that I like. So hope you have a good day, and thanks for joining me. All details, everything you might need to know is all down below. Yeah, and that's it. So I'll see you again as soon as I can. Bye bye now.